Now, it can be difficult to adjust multiple parameters simultaneously. So just like many other FabFilter plugins, you can click and drag to select multiple nodes like this and kind of adjust them together. You want to make sure to click in the background. But we also have a dedicated filter frequency offset control here, which is going to offset all filters simultaneously. To see this work better, I'm going to reset this panning option. Let's see if I can reset this by holding down Command and clicking on it. There we go. All right, so we have a pretty much mono signal now. And now with the filter frequency offset, I can offset the entire shape up or down. I'm still clipping a little bit. Let's bring the volume further down. So that's the filter frequency, but we also have one for the peak. And a lot of these filters are highly resonant, so you'll get that screaming-like effect when the peaks are set to a very high value. All right, a lot of fun to experiment with this. Now, since we have 4 different filters, we can also change the routing. So by default, it's serial, meaning the signal goes to one filter and then gets passed on to the next and so on and so forth. But we have a parallel option. So basically, each filter gets all signals simultaneously. So let's say filter number 2 here is getting all 4 clean oscillator signals directly into it. And we hear the processing of that. Same for number 4, number 3, and number 1. This will lead to a more subtle effect because you're hearing kind of like the dry sound mixed in with the process sound, which can sound interesting sometimes. But we have a third option here called per oscillator, and this is very cool. So what's happening now is that oscillator 1 is going into filter 1. The other 3 oscillators are disabled, at least for filter 1. And you can see how the volume controls of the other oscillators are grayed out. That's kind of a nice visual indication of that. If I have my cursor on filter 2 here, now filter 2 is receiving signal from oscillator 2, and the other 3 oscillators are grayed out because filter 2 is not receiving those other 3 oscillators. So basically 1 filter per oscillator. And we can still control all 4 simultaneously. Alright, so as you can see, it's a pretty in-depth filter section here. A lot of controls, a lot of flexibility. So this is the filter section on Twin 3.